That was like 4 years. Oh, then I was working there for until 2007 or something, and then I worked with Dr. Mead all the time for these 19 and a half years. And so came the time that my mother passed away, the end of 2010, December the 31st. And then I was working there, and then actually Clarence and Velma came to the funeral to my mom. And then it was very nice because I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to see them there. And then in the meantime, Ty and me, they were so kind to invite me for their, when Tiffany went to her mission, they invited me to go to a dinner. It was really nice. They live in Queen Creek, and I was in their house, and it was very nice. They invited me. Maybe because I was a member of the church, and then she's going in the mission. I think because usually I don't know, but I didn't see inviting other people to their activities, family activities. So that was really nice that they invited me. I really liked that. And then Tanya got married, and they invited me also for Tanya's wedding. I was so happy to go there and just visit them. And then Tanya always was so super nice and very special to me. And then I work also, I forgot that, I work also with Michelle. Michelle was so nice. I work with Michelle, and she always eats carrots. That's her lunch, in a little plastic bag with carrots, and she loves that. So after after working with, on Saturn, then I stayed there until the end. Oh, they came to my mom's funeral, and then after a month and a half, Velma passed. I really was shocked because the last time that I saw her, she doesn't look sick to me. I don't know how she feels inside, but she looks really good. And then she came and just talked things, from the clinic or something. And then that day, Ty called me about 5 o'clock in the morning, and she said, Alba, Velma passed away. And then I go, Velma? I was just awake, and then I didn't realize it was Velma Freestone. I said, Velma. When I say Velma, Velma Freestone passed away. He told me again, and we are on our way to Arizona. Oh, I go, she passed, how that happened? I was really surprised because I didn't know that she was really sick. Probably a week and a half or maybe 2 weeks before she passed, I saw her the last time. She always come to the clinic and walk around or something. So when I came that day, I came and before I went to the clinic at 8 o'clock, I just came and I want to say I'm sorry to Dr. Freestone because and then he was there with his sister, Orvagine, and Rosa. They was there, and then I just came and said I'm sorry, and then I had to go to the clinic and open the clinic. And then after, that was the whole thing that's about knowing them. And then after because I go to the temple, I went the first time to the temple in 1996, and then I work in the temple for 2 years, and then after I get the habit to go like once a week. But because my day off was Thursday, I went every Thursday to a session at 9 o'clock. Every Thursday I tried to go. Probably sometimes I missed it, but most of the time I was at 9 o'clock and a session. Then went by, and then after I find out that Dr. Freestone and Velma went to on Thursday, and Thursdays to the temple. And the thing is that Thursday, specifically that Thursday, I supposed to go to the temple, and then all the roads was closed because always any road in Arizona is on construction. So that morning was closed. I always get to what is the street from the 567?
Hobson.
I went to Hobson, and then it was closed. And then I went to the other one. It was closed. So I had to go all the way back to Horn to get into Maine and go to the temple. So I make it there, and then because that was a little bit late, and then I just ran to the temple and changed my clothes, and then when I get there, they say, oh, the door is closed. You should tell me, the sister told me, you should tell me because we can wait, but they closed the door because we didn't know that somebody wants to go. So it was 2 minutes late, I think. So she said, now you have to be for next. So I was the first one in the whole salon because it was nobody that was there yet. So I stayed there for the I go to 8:30 session, and then that day was at 9 o'clock. I had to wait for the 9 o'clock. And then, because that, I was sitting there, and then Dr. Freestone came, and then I saw him coming, and I said, oh, there he is, and then he saw me, and he said, Alba, can I sit with you? And they say, yeah. There was the chair, there was the bench, and he sits with me, and then we stay in the session. We went to the session. I mean, we don't sit together there, but he sits in each. And then next morning, that was Thursday. Next morning, Friday, I came to work. And then the first thing that I saw was him in the morning at 8 o'clock in the clinic. And he said, Alba, don't you think it was very special, the session yesterday? And I said, oh, I don't think so. I say that because I didn't know exactly what he meant when he asked me. That was very special. I said, I think all these sessions are very special. And then he told me, well, nothing is by it's a coincidence. Yeah, that's what he told me. Nothing is a coincidence. And then he said, do you like to go to ceilings? And then I said, oh, what time are the ceilings? And then he said, it's at 8 o'clock, and they said, well, I go 8:30 to my sessions. But I said, but I like to go to station. I said, oh yeah, you can go to station. They said, okay. I go, no, and then it has to be at 9 o'clock. Oh, okay, well, 9 o'clock. So yeah, I say, okay, I go. But then when I went to the ceiling station, and we started to talk. He started to talk about Velma, and I started to talk about my mom, because they died recently, both. Not recently, but it was, like almost 10 months or something. The thing is, that it was really something that we have in common, that we lost a loved one so recently, and then that was really something. But anyways, from there, then he invited me for lunch. And then because he invited me for lunch, I invited him to my house one day. I said, do you like to have a dinner? And then say, well, yeah. So he came, because I was thinking, Dr. Freestone was 56 years married with his wife. He has 3 beautiful daughters and a son. He has, I don't know how many grandkids. I never thought that he's thinking something to, again, start his life. I was not in my idea that he wants to do that. But and then he invited me again, and I go, oh. And then Dr. Lee told me, don't listen to him, because it's not right to do. I mean, anyways, what that probably does is relevant. But the thing is, he started to come to the clinic, and I really didn't know that he was a different way approaching me. For maybe he was thinking, I don't know if he was thinking, but the thing is, I didn't think that he wants to marry again, because I said his life is not over, but his life is with his family. Why he has to start again? So that's what. But then he kind of invited me again, and then one day he told me yes, he wants to know me better, and. So we started to talk, and then one day he said, I want to marry in the temple. And I think the person that I can marry is you, because I know you. I go, well, he knows me because I was working at the clinic for many years, but really, personally, we didn't know. We didn't know each other. I knew more Velma than him, because I never talked with your dad. He comes and he talks with Dr. Mead, like Ty. Yeah. Ty comes and he talks with Dr. Mead. Period. They come, oh, hi, Alba, how you doing? And then they go in the station or meeting or whatever they have, and never talk nothing to the receptionist. So it was, we start to know each other and things, and I was hesitating because he has a big family, and then as I know, I said, I don't know, daughters think that it's okay my dad to get married again. Anyway, so I was really no concern, but I was thinking, I don't know if it's going to work this because he has his family. Why? He doesn't need anybody to be with him or something. But then he explained to me something that is, I understood that and I said, Alba, my kids, they are wonderful. I can live with any of them because I love all of them. I can live with them. But one thing, I want to live in my house because they are so busy with their life. They have kids, and then that's when I find out, well, I knew Carl that has 12 kids, but I didn't know how many you have. He said, Jeannie has this, and Dana has this, and Melinda has this. And then I go, yeah, and I want to live here. I want to have my garden. I want to, do my things. And then I say, yeah, I want to have my life because they have their own lives and they're busy. I want to be like no burden because they love me, but it's going to be, they have to worry about what I want to do and whatever. So that's what I want to marry. And then he told me, I talked with Velma, and I didn't talk about that. He said, when we talked with Velma, she told me that I get married. If I go first, you get married.
She and did. Then, she always said that.
Yeah, he said, you just get married. And then he said, I think I feel like it's okay. And I think she put you here. And then the truth is I have opportunities to go and work someplace else. For some reason that I don't know why, I like the schedule in the clinic. I like that nobody is there except me, that we work together. It really was no pressure of other people working with other people and things. And I really always liked that way because my jobs, I was so blessed in my life that the jobs that I had was by myself, mostly by myself. One job, the very last one that I have, I work with more people. But I really enjoy working. Let's say I could work in the Colombian embassy. I have my office along with the ambassador. He has his office, of course, but it was 2 offices there. And then I worked by myself, except when I had to do the things, my job. And then we worked, but it was good. And then the other few jobs that I have after, I was alone. I was in the Golf and Country Club, but I was with 3 girls. But mostly we work in different schedule. And then we was alone. So that's what I like in the clinic. I say I have 4 days, 10 hours, and then 3 days off. I really enjoy that. So for many reasons, I guess I like to be in the clinic for that. The patients, I learn the names of all of them, and I really enjoy them when they come. I like the job because was pressure in some ways, but not really. It's something that you can say, oh, you had to do so much stuff. It was really good. Anyways, those didn't have a high pay, didn't have some benefits there, but I bet that Ty was doing the best he can in the way that he can help the employees, whatever. So I stay there, and that's probably, I get to know all of them. Then I knew Jeannie, and I knew Dana. So when your mom passed, I remember that Dana came to the clinic and said, Alba, please, here's my phone number. If you see something in my dad's, let me know. If he comes around here, if he walks around and you see if he doesn't look good or something, let me know. I say, yeah, if he comes, I don't know, he didn't come actually. But yeah, and then the mail, before, because your mom was, Velma was picking up the mail, but then after he doesn't come for a long time, the mail was like this. I said, oh my gosh, I want to bring it to him, but Beth was living there. So I knocked the door and I gave Beth the mail, and then that's what I give it to him. And then, like I say, until after he invited me this, and then he started to talk, and he was telling me he wants to marry in the temple. And then one thing that I really liked it is the way how he liked about all of you, the girls. He said, my girls here, my girls there, and Velma was here. She talked so high about Velma. And I said, this is a good man that like to pray, like to go to the temple. And then because before I am a member of the church since I'm 14 years old, but I got married with no member I was married for 10 years. I got divorced, but I was 20 years single. And then after, I say, well, if I have opportunity to marry in the temple, that would be great, because and then before, I went to 2 years for this single ward with my sister Lori, because we were single both, and I met guys, but 2 guys actually came and approached me, and one came to, they said, the Spirit told me in the temple today that you have to be my wife. And, I said, okay. I said, I had to go to the temple and ask the Spirit also. If but anyway, so it happens, and I really don't want to date, because I feel like don't take me wrong, there is wonderful men also. But some guys, they don't want to have any responsibilities, they don't want any commitments. Some of them, not all of them. But I was not able to meet anybody who was really committed, and I say, well, the thing is, times went by, and then just to make the end of this, it's like Clarence told me all these things that he was thinking not to be alone, to marry again in the temple, and everything is going to be all right and things. And actually, he told me, okay, when we can get married? I didn't know. I say, let's wait. It's too early. It's too soon. We had to wait. But then he kind of pushed me a little bit, don't you think? He said, okay.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, he said, well, we get married in November. No, it's in May. Oh no! First he wants to get married in February, and then after he wants to get married for his birthday. I said, no, that's okay. For May the 2nd, we are gonna get married. May the 3rd or something. And then I said, okay, let me think about it. But then after, I start to pray. I start to pray, and I say, well, if I want to get married in the temple, that would be good, because I never been married in the temple, and I think it's great. So we decided to get married in the temple May the 3rd, and then 2012, I guess. And then, we got married, and then after, you know the story, how we are living, where we stay, and so on. So, he's a great man. We have our differences, of course, and ups and downs like anybody else, and then, but we try to fix it some different ways. And then after we find out that my patriarchal blessing, which was, I never paid so much attention to that, and it's really good. I like to probably translate, because they give me in English, but they translate in Spanish, and the one that I have is in Spanish. But then in that blessing says something I want to share with all of you, that is, because I feel like it's really important in my life, is say that some of the wonderful women, some of the good women in the world are not married. You say, but that's not your case, because in the due time of the Lord, you will find a man who's going to be righteous to take you to the temple. You say, don't take nobody that is not righteous to go to the temple in your life. And they say, because Heavenly Father sometimes takes the time, but He never forgets. So to me, I got married when I was 62, and to me it was old to get married in the temple. And then that's why I say, probably the blessing was there. And then in other things that say and matches, all my what happens in my life and until now. And then I say, the patriarchal blessings are just wonderful, and that's really a guide to you. If you really pay attention to that, and you really pray, you find answers, and you realize that this is so true, and things happens. It absolutely happens in our lives. So.
Okay, good.
Thank you.